The Last of Us, Pedro Pascal's series adaptation of the PlayStation game to release on January 15, 2023. The Last of Us is an upcoming HBO series that is based on the hit PlayStation video game of the same name. Created by Craig Mazin and the game creator Neil Druckmann himself, the series focuses on Joel and Ellie as they travel across a post-apocalyptic America. The news was shared alongside a new poster showing Pedro Pascal's Joel and Bella Ramsey's Ellie walking in a ruined city in the post-apocalyptic world of The Last of Us. The January 15 premiere date was leaked yesterday, November 1, via the HBO Max app and website and promotional materials in the UK, but now it is official. The first season of HBO's The Last of Us will consist of 10 episodes, and it looks to cover the events of the first game from 2013. However, some of the episodes will feature events that deviate greatly from the game. The Last of Us first trailer was released in September, and it gave us our first look at the Clickers, a post-apocalyptic US, and even what appeared to be the heartbreaking opening scene from the game. Who is making the last of US HBO TV show? Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann, who served as the creative director for both games in the Last of US series, will be the co-writer for the HBO series. The other co-writer will be Craig Mazin, best known as the creator and writer for HBO's hit 2019 miniseries Chernobyl. Both will also serve as executive producers, along with Carolyn Strauss, who previously served in that same role on HBO's fantasy hit Game of Thrones. Kantemir Balagov, a Russian director best known for his film Beanpole, is directing the pilot episode of the show. Other directors who will handle episodes of the series will include Jasmila Zbanek and Ali Abbasi. How much will the series cost to produce? While HBO has yet to reveal a budget for The Last of Us, it looks like the series could be one of its most expensive shows ever. In an interview with CTV News, IATSE 212 President Damian Petty, the head of one of the production's union groups, stated, "This project well exceeds the 8-figure per episode mark. Since the first season will have 10 episodes, it's looking like it will have a total budget of over $100 million. What is the game about? In The Last of Us, tough guy survivor Joel Miller is hired to escort a teenager named Ellie through the wasteland and to some doctors who believe that Ellie may be the cure to the plague. As they make their way from what used to be Boston to what's left of Salt Lake City, they run into the usual post-apocalyptic tropes, including roving groups of infected, a couple of cannibals, some huge jerks, and a giraffe who's escaped from a zoo and is getting out while the getting is good. While the show will mostly follow the plot of the first game, it is expected to incorporate elements from The Last of Us Part 2, which is set 5 years after the first game. That said, it actually seems more likely that they'll pull elements from The Last of Us, Left Behind, an Ellie-centric prequel set before the events of the first game. But the series is also expected to expand upon the game's story, including, apparently, some elements that were previously cut from the game. In a July 2020 interview with the BBC Sounds Must-Watch webcast, series co-creator and writer Craig Mazin said of his Naughty Dog collaborator on the series, Neil Druckmann, at one point, he was like, there's one thing we were talking about doing in the first game, for a while, and then he told me what it was, and I was like, gonk. Okay, jaw drop, that's going in. We have to do that. Mazin also said, so the changes that we're making are designed to fill things out and expand. Not to undo, but rather to enhance, adding that, it's not like we just decided, well, wouldn't it be cool if there's one episode where Joel and Ellie get on motorcycles and confront a motorcycle gang? There's no episodic nonsense here. The things that are new and enhancing of the storyline that we're doing are connected in organic, serious ways that I think fans of the game and newcomers alike will appreciate. Even so, The Last of Us still seems like it's taking a lot of cues from the game. Both the teaser trailer and the HBO sizzle trailer include moments that look like scenes from the game, and even seem to employ the same or similar camera angles. These include images of the chaos when the outbreak begins, shots of a destroyed city, a shot of Joel carrying Ellie, and another of a survivor named Bill introducing himself. There's even one, of Ellie and her friend Riley, that looks to be from The Last of Us, Left Behind. The Last of Us TV show trailer. The first trailer for The Last of Us dropped as part of Naughty Dog's The Last of Us Day celebrations on September 26. Showcasing Joel and Ellie's journey through post-apocalyptic America, the teaser mirrors many of the game's most iconic moments, including the pair's winter trek through the snow-covered landscape of Colorado. Check it out for yourself above. More footage was also revealed as part of an HBO Max Supercut trailer in October 2022. In early November, HBO also released the first poster for the new series. Check it out now. The Last of Us TV show cast, who's playing Joel and Ellie? The Last of Us TV show has its Joel, The Mandalorian's Pedro Pascal, aka television's favorite dad, will be taking on the series' lead male role, and Troy Baker, the actor behind Joel in the video game, has given the casting decision his seal of approval. This is the way. Full support. Full stop. Can't wait for you to show me a side of Joel I never knew, Pedro, he posted on Instagram. The actor has revealed he hasn't played the video games, but have no fear, it's for a good reason. I found Joel so impressive, I found the whole of it such a visually impressive experience. And then I got worried that I would want to imitate too much, which I think could be right in some circumstances, and then a mistake in others. So I just wanted to create a healthy distance, and for that to be more in the hands of show co-writer Craig Mazin and game director and show co-writer Neil Druckmann. Pascal will be joined by fellow Game of Thrones alumni Bella Ramsey as Ellie, which seems an ideal fit. With her role as the fan-favorite Lady Lyanna Mormont in Game of Thrones, Ramsey has already proven herself more than capable of playing a fierce, confident, show-stealing character. That's all we know about The Last of Us HBO show. We will update this article when we learn more about the series.